The other type of meristematic tissue is lateral meristem. This one you can find on the tiny sides of the roots and the shoots. Now, just as the name suggests, this simple tissue helps with lateral or horizontal growth. This kind of growth is also called secondary growth. This is when the tissue divides, as you can see right here. Do you notice how there is an increase in the growth of the plant parts? Now, lateral meristem is further divided into two types, both of which are responsible for an increased growth of plant parts. The vascular cambium that is located between the xylem and the phloem, and the cork cambium that can be found in the outer lateral sides of the plant. In short, the apical meristem increases the length of the stem, while the lateral meristem increases the width or the girth. As you can see right here, there is one more type of meristem that I want to talk about, the intercalary meristem, and this one's found in the form of small patches among the mature tissues. These are common in grasses, and they are responsible for the regeneration of parts that are removed as in eaten by the herbivores. Now, these meristematic tissues keep on dividing and dividing until they form a permanent tissue. This permanent tissue takes up a very specific role and loses its ability to divide. The permanent tissues are further classified into several types. Let's start with epidermal tissues. Now, the epidermis is the outermost single layer of cells, and being on the outside, it's directly in contact with the environment. So, this means it needs to be very well adapted to be able to face all sorts of environmental stresses. It needs to act as a barrier between the environment and the internal, more delicate plant tissues. Now, you already know that the roots are responsible for the absorption of water and minerals. And speaking of water, the stems and leaves covered by these epidermal cells secrete cutin, which forms a very waxy protective layer called a cuticle. What this cuticle does is limit the loss of water by evaporation. Apart from all this, the epidermal tissues have some special structures that can perform specific functions in root hairs and stomata.